I was fascinated by an article that you wrote in the Orange County Business Journal titled "The Power and Promise of Higher Education in the Age of Disruption." Could you share more on your thoughts on this topic and how that's shaping business education today?
There's a lot of conversation in today's society about what is the role of a university today. And there's a lot of opinions on this. Some individuals are saying that the role or the relevance of a university degree has declined. Some are saying it's not even necessary for what you need to do in your life. So in the article, I talk about the actual data. So the data shows that if you have a university degree, you are half as likely to be unemployed. You're likely to make twice as much money. But it's more than just the economic outcome. You tend to live 8 years longer. You tend to be more involved in your civic community around you. You tend to have a healthier life and have more financial stability. And the point I was trying to make is that we have a lot of evidence that shows that an investment in your skill, investment in your talent through education is perhaps the best and most powerful investment you can make in your life. Don't see a better return on investment than that. So it's very important in these conversations that we understand this is important for us as a community, not just economically, but socially. Now, I also acknowledge, however, that there are some challenges in higher education. We only have about 30% of the people in this country have received an undergraduate degree. Many people are surprised when they hear that statistic, 30%. So there's a lot of individuals for whom this opportunity has not been within reach. And we have to acknowledge that, and we have to think hard about why is that and what can we do to solve that. The other aspect of this is there has been a lot of questions about the cost of education, and more importantly, the return on this investment. Is it still high? Is it still there? Are we learning things in universities that are still relevant to the types of things people need to do in their careers? And I think that's also a very important challenge for us to take on. My final point in the article was really saying we're ready to take those challenges on at the Mirage School. We're not afraid of that. We think that that type of challenge is appropriate for us. We're a state institution. We want to make sure we're relevant to our community. We think that's our duty to do so. And as a result, we've been doing a lot of things over the last several years to ensure that that rigor and that relevance have maintained at a high level. We've launched 3 new master's degrees in the last 3 years. It's really amazing to kind of see how we have come together to say, this is what industry needs. We will generate that type of talent for you. We have made major changes in our other programs, bringing in new curriculum on sustainability, on issues around fintech, issues around artificial intelligence, new content around healthcare, all major industries in our region that are really driving and shaping not just how we work, but the quality of life we have. We've also done a lot of things to ensure that our students are getting experiences that go beyond the classroom, like our new venture competition, which has never been bigger and which allows students hands-on opportunities to create new companies. So these things are really part of how we're trying to address this challenge. We don't see it as something we should walk away from or deny. But I think the big question for me is not, is the university education, is it useful? I think the bigger challenge is, how can we ensure that more people have access to the promise that a university education provides?